Hello, my name's Keith, and these are my stamps. Episode 19, Aruba. Aruba is in the southern Caribbean, 29 kilometers, about 18 miles off the coast of Venezuela. Its name probably comes from the Caqueteo word Aruba, meaning well-situated island. It's 179 square kilometers, 69 square miles, which is fractionally larger than Washington, D.C., about half the size of the Isle of Wight. It's part of the so-called ABC Islands. That's A for Aruba, B for Bonaire, and C for Curaçao. The official language of Aruba, there are two, Dutch and Papiamento. Papiamento is an Afro-Portuguese Creole with borrowings from Dutch, English, and Spanish. Aruba has a tropical semi-arid climate. It's mostly flat with some low hills. It has a population of 112,000 with over 100 different nationalities. So that's about the same size as Springfield, Illinois, if that helps you, or Chesterfield in the United Kingdom. The capital city of Aruba is Oranjestad. The first known inhabitants of Aruba were a semi-nomadic group of people who were taken over or possibly assimilated when the Caqueteos arrived from mainland South America between 900 and 1000 AD. The Caqueteos were the ones to give Aruba its name. They established villages, cultivated crops, and generally started civilization. Between 1502 and 1505, the Spanish arrived. They took wood, but they didn't find anything else too much of their interest. They didn't find any precious metals, no pearls, nothing like that, which led them to call Aruba, Bonaire, and Curaçao the useless islands. In 1636, the Dutch occupied the islands as a means of acquiring salt. They needed a lot of salt, apparently for their herring trade. Between 1806 and 1816, during the Napoleonic Wars, Britain invaded, but the islands were returned to the Netherlands with the Anglo-Dutch Treaty. In the 1920s, oil refineries were built to process Venezuelan oil. 1945, Aruba became part of the Dutch Antilles, or the Netherlands Antilles. 1985, closure of the oil refinery, which led to quite a bit of unemployment, but also a big push to increase tourism, which has happened. In the year after, 1986, Aruba seceded from the Dutch Antilles to become an autonomous country within the Kingdom of the Netherlands. There was an initial plan for full independence, but by 1990 this had been dropped. The Netherlands controls Aruba's foreign affairs and defence, and all internal affairs are regulated by the Aruban government. The stamp issuing history. After leaving the Dutch Antilles in 1986, Aruba started issuing its own stamps and has continued to do so to the present day. And the currency is 100 cents to 1 Aruba florin. I only have 5 stamps from Aruba, 4 of which are this set from 1994 about burrowing owls. The 5th and final stamp that I have is this one, a rather beautiful orchid named for Alexander von Humboldt, who, according to the Humboldt Foundation, was a nature researcher, an explorer, a universal genius, a cosmopolitan, and a scientist. But the Humboldt Foundation may be slightly biased. However, he travelled extensively in the Americas from 1799 to 1804, Venezuela, Colombia, Peru, Mexico, Cuba, the USA. He met Thomas Jefferson, who referred to him as the most scientific man of the age. And Humboldt apparently has more things named after him than anyone else on Earth, including this particular orchid. Anyway, these are my 5 stamps from Aruba. I'm Keith. Goodbye.